Hello everyone, this is Timor-ensinck, and I am here with a new walkthrough. It's currently the 15th of May of 2025 that I'm starting this.
The 14th.
Oh yeah. Yeah, 15th. That's what I said. And this is going to be bk3, also known as bk3. And so if I could stay with me. So for people who have watched my channel, which is no one, but I'm just gonna say this, I have done bk1, 2, and 2 Chaos previously, and I did those, and I thought I want to do the entire trilogy because, you know, it wouldn't be complete otherwise, and this really wouldn't be complete without this game and 3 Chaos, which I will be doing as well. But this game holds a lot of memories for me because this is the first BK game that I ever played, and yeah, it was the first one I ever played, and it's just whenever I play it, I feel that nostalgia come back to me because I started playing this game in 21. I'll talk about that a bit more later when I walk through how I got interested into the BK games, but not now. So yeah, like I said, this is bk3, also known as bk3. This is the last game in the BK trilogy or BK series. Personally, the sorrow of this game would be I think an action RPG. Personally, is what I would say. And this one was released in October of 2013, and Timor-ensinck, the same guy made bk2 and 1, he started working on this in May of 2012. Or 2012. So this game had been in the works for a year and a half. It's insanely huge. It's a huge BK game out there, and it's huge. Now this game still holds true the side-scroller nature of BK2s, like it still holds that, so no bk1 like moving system where you move up and down, left and right, that's not in. This game is still divided into 25 stages, but the last one has an extra level at the end of it, which is pretty interesting. And yeah, that's mostly really what I have to say about this. It's going to be a huge journey. It's going to be huge, and it's going to be full of lots of things, because there are lots of secret weapons, lots of stuff that you can get in this game. And yeah, I personally think it's much better than bk2, in my opinion. That's my opinion though. So, we are currently in the title menu. Now, before I start, you might have noticed that my screen reader just said all of that in English, with like really no translation errors. There is a reason for this. The reason being is that this game has an official translation dictionary, which translates the game about 99.9% English. There are like very few messages that aren't translated. Very few. And you can buy this at Nansen's site for about $5. If you go to his English page. Which I don't think is bad, I think it's actually a really good price. So we will not be doing a translation add-on. Or anything. Now for bk3 Chaos, this is not going to be the case. It's just warning you. But I wanted to do the normal version first, and then I will upload the Chaos version to show you what's different, because there's a lot of difference in that. Lots of differences. Trust me. But, anyways, let's actually get going. So, right now, we're in the menu. And the last thing it said, let me check. We're currently on load game. And this game is called The Lone Wolf. So we've got load game. New game. Check for updates. Which there aren't any. Yep. References, I'll go into this in a minute. And exit, of course, exits the game.
You should know that even though the game is like 15 years old or something crazy like that, well, not quite, but it's getting close. It still receives updates from time to time.
Yes, yes, it does.
So does BK2, but a little less frequent. Or a lot less frequent, actually.
Yeah, these games are pretty much done. Like, this game is almost bug-free, I would say. Which, again, I'm going to say is amazing, which you'll see.
I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, I mean, it's still got a number of bugs, but as for ones that crash it or cause critical errors, yeah.
It used to be a lot more common.
Still, yeah, it's gotten better on that, in that department, yeah.
So, let's go and explore the preferences menu first before we start, and I'll walk you through this. So that's the music volume. We're gonna leave it as what it is currently. That's the atmosphere volume. Now, to change any of these, atmosphere. Yeah, you can press left and right with spacebar to check the current volume. You can hold up or down to change it, and that sound it makes it reach the bottom. You can also just tap it. But the increases are quite crazy. It increases quite quickly. Let me jump it up. There we go. Speech output. I believe some other text, but I will show you what options there are. This basically, for people who don't know what this is, this basically is a setting that makes the game select a speech engine, a voice engine. I'll make output to that. So we've got clipboard, which you really don't need, but it's there if you need it. PC Talker, this is a Japanese screen reader, which you can only buy in Japan. And it's basically a Japanese screen reader, and it comes with a PC Talker by default, the Pro Talker by default. That's what I'm going to leave it on. It auto text the best method, that should be self-explanatory. NVDA or JAWS? So NVDA basically is what I'm using right now. I am not sure how well this works with JAWS, because I haven't tested. I do have JAWS on this computer. But it might not work due to JAWS having this whole like keyhook thing where like inserts keys and things. But I'll test it at some point, but I don't think it would work really well, but I don't know. And SAP 5 of course, which I believe Sappy does allow you to change the rate and volume and pitch and things. But I've never tested Sappy 5 support. So
Wouldn't recommend it, at least in BK2. I don't know if BK3's got the same problem.
No, BK3 doesn't have that
count. Okay.
No, he fixed that. Yeah, he fixed that. The space get replaced
that
by
problem
commas.
was... Okay.
Yeah, basically for people who don't know, there was a problem in BK2 and 3 in the beginning with translation stuff, where basically what the game would do was if there were spaces, it would add like extra menu items when opening English. It was really weird. It was really freaking weird. Like really odd. It's like it would basically put the string on one item and then put it on another. It was really weird, and like the opposite menu was like so broken with Sappy. So yeah, no, BK3 does not have this bug, thankfully. So you can play with peace of mind. Anyways, I'm gonna leave.
You say you can play with peace of mind, huh? Sorry.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave this in auto text. I don't know why I did that. Check for updates on setup, that's on. Okay, control type for moving. This setting really should be ported over to BK2 in my opinion, but I'm not sure how much it will require in terms of coding. Basically, this setting allows you to choose your walking style. Basically, you can either have it set to where holding control on any of the arrow keys makes you run, and holding just an arrow key makes you walk, just like BK2. Or you can have it set so that arrow keys make you run, and holding control makes you walk. That's how I always have it set, because I don't like having to hold control and like walk. It's kind of uncomfortable, especially when you get sold on arrow keys.
Just to note, the add-on won't work with BK3's walking thing because it uses Z. So if you use the add-on, well, first of all, you don't need it because the setting exists. But if you, for some reason, wanted to use it, you can't.
Yeah.
So yay.
That's an add-on he made. Especially, there's a little bit some things for you in the BK games. I use it sometimes, but not playing like this. I'm looking using it. Anyways. I'll still show it after. Yeah. Okay, that. Okay. I'm gonna have to explain the setting. So basically, this game has experience, just like BK1, and you can level up. But basically what this game does is when you're playing, it basically, if that's enabled, it will output combat logs to a separate folder and it will create a folder called output, and it will put the combat logs in a separate folder. That folder is used for something else, but that's much later. Basically put the combat logs there. It's like what happened in like combat. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that off because I don't think it's really necessary, personally.
I don't know why it exists.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe if you want to show like your friends some sort of like crazy thing that happened.
Yeah, but you'd have to get lucky and have it on. You know, have the setting on, and then you'd have to browse through a billion files just to find it.
Or if people, I don't know, made through it and they want to, maybe see, I don't know, do some sort of thing. I don't know. It exists.
Now I don't know if this was fixed, but there used to be a long time ago a crash when you got to 10.2. If you had the combat logs enabled,
that was fixed long
I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fixed long. Did you experience that?
No. Before I could, somebody decided to take over my save file.
Oh.
Then I had to start over. But I had that setting turned off anyway, so it didn't matter.
Okay. Yes, Selvok has played this game a lot as well. a little bit too much. And again, I'll talk about that when I can. Page up, page down scroll. This option sets how many items, page down scrolls and page up scroll in menus. It goes all the way from 1 to 200. I'm gonna leave it on default, which is 20. Language select. In here, you've got Auto, Japanese, and English. Now, do note yeah, I had on auto, but I'm gonna put it back on auto. So it only takes effect when you restart the game. That's one of the not really translated menus for some reason. And then you can save settings. And I'll say that's all settings in here. Alright. So let's go and start a new game. Now, before I do this, I have absolutely no data whatsoever. I do not have any save slots because I lost my data at one point. So I don't have any save slots whatsoever. So yeah. Anyways, let's go and start a new game. Certainly. Oh yeah.
You might want to turn the music down just a little bit.
Turn the music down by pressing page up and down. I don't know why I forgot that. Yep. And you've got 10 save slots. I'm using home button to jump to the top and bottom. Let's click on the first one.
Does it still have the special save slot? Does that still exist?
Oh, what?
You know, the online backup, does that still exist?
Yes. But you only get it when you load a game. I'll talk about that.
Yeah.
When we actually create the data, because it will come up. Let's click on one. If you would have data, it would ask you, hey, there's already saved data in the slot, is it okay to override it? But since I don't have any saved data, it didn't ask me that.
When you press the tab keys.
What?
Oh my...
That's not wrong.
Remember when I was messing around with the usernames and the chaos?
Oh yeah!
And the translation?
Oh yeah!
Oh my god.
Oh yeah! Okay, anyways, let's put in Timor as my player name, like I always do. Timor. And let's press the tab key.
Your player name is Timor. Okay,
Yes, that is certainly okay. It's an up and down menu. All of the menus, or most of the menus, I believe, are up and down. All the menus, like, I forget. I think all the menus are. You can't move left and right. You can't move with left and right for some reason. I wish you could. But, you know. Yep. Now, this is the recap. And personally, I will do this. And this is fully translated. And it's going to be recapping BK1 and 2. And in my opinion, this is so much better than BK2's recap of BK1.
It's gonna take a while, so...
It's gonna take a while, yeah.
Oh, great.
What would you like to do?
What would you like to do?
I don't let me play.
I'm not letting me play. Well, please recap. Well, we're gonna recap. But people haven't played previous games.
The large house at the edge of Crystal City one day, Timor was living there with his nephews who proposed voice as researching rooms. attack Timor's house.
But in fact, this music is also used in a game, another game which was made by a Japanese developer.
Man, I wish you would
Excuse me.
ask for each story if you want to recap or skip it.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
I mean, I know you would. I know in this walkthrough you'd still do both, but like
Mhm.
just in general.
Yeah. Alright, so this is the basic flow of BK1. I might add some things here and there, but it's mostly intact.
14 days later, Timor has a strange dream. Person 1, move. Person 2, shit, I'm hungry.
More music of that same game.
Person 3, at first. Person 4, what will happen to us next? Person 5, my father. Child 1, low.
That's especially a child crying.
Timor, cool. Strange voice, bye. All the clues out again. 7 days later, Timor decides to take his first journey to find out the truth.
So basically, I'm going to elaborate that a little bit more. Basically what happens is that the character has this dream after the bully boys get into his house where basically people die under the scorching sun and then like looking for food, and then basically some were burned and like more people died, and then at one point a voice said that, and then basically the character is like, hey, I want to go on a trip to his friends, and then their friends like, no, and then his character's like, yeah, you're not, and the friends are like, yeah, you're not going because it's got nothing to do with us, and the character is like, shut up, I had a dream last night, and I feel like food is going to be out of our reach at some point. And the character is like, I want to go, even if you guys, like, even if I die, you guys can still live. I want you to live your precious lives to the fullest. That's basically what happens.
After our 6 story, she survived with bully boy and forced to fight with him.
Yep.
The bully boy steals food here and there because they ran out of things to eat. The enemies not only the bully boy, but a strange man calling himself Yamachin kidnaps the child for unknown reason. Timor successfully rescues the child from the death dark city, a large city next to the crystal city.
Yes. For people who remember the race with Yamachin and that dungeon, yeah.
However, Yamachin ambushes Timor and makes him teleport to one of his labs. Timor's friends are captured there. He manages to rescue them and return them home.
Yep. Which basically you have to kill, basically your friends get manipulated by Yamachin into thinking that, you know, like I am their enemy and they hurt me and stuff, but then I see like a grand creature new version which one of the monsters in BK1 or bosses, if you will. And basically I hit one of the chords and then, wow. Yeah? Okay. And then basically, one of my friends basically notices me. Yeah, and basically notices that I'm not his enemy, and he tries to calm him down while I kill the thing, and when I get all the 3 chords off of it, basically my friends return back to normal and return home, and then they apologize. Alright, I'm not supposed to recording unfortunately, so I'll be back in a bit.
BK3 first report column 3, pause button multi. Available, resume button bar.
Alright.
Available, pause button multi. Timor, first report, copy out 3.
Alright, we are back. Zevlox unfortunately had to go. I tried calling him back a little bit ago, but he didn't respond, so I guess I'll come back maybe. Let's have to see what happens. Anyways, let's continue the recap.
After Timor makes it to Timor faces a monster at Yamachin's home. He manages to defeat it and steal the nearby monster.
I'm gonna slow this down. Because this is kind of fast.
Speak voice variant, combo operates 69, 64, 61, 60, very close, and add the black cancel button, okay, Dr. Ronaldo without 3. The key is a very important key for Yamachin, this can unlock the path to his true lab. Timor takes the path being navigated by the key and finds the truth.
Yep, so basically, I defeated this monster called Megasaurus and they dropped the key, and then that key was very important for Yamachin because it unlocked the path to his true lab. And I went to that and used the key and found the truth by reading emails and documents on Yamachin's computer, which had a password.
The thing that caused this circumstance is called the opening. What is opening? Visit a numerous something else that's still unknown. However, there is a series of logs at the opening and Yamachin were exchanged via email. Tracing the logs, Timor finds that the opening's objective is to collect food for himself. Also, Yamachin seems to have been working for the opening. While they were carrying out their plan, a boy called Timor appears, which is annoying and uncomfortable for them. Determining the Megasaurus, the extremely large monster Timor had fought at the exit of Empire City, was dispatched as their ultimate weapon.
Yep.
However, the monster he had defeated the opening no longer has a way to get rid of him. The loss of the secret key is Yamachin's fault because he asserted that the Megasaurus would lose against Timor. Anyway, Timor now knows the root of the problem. His objective is to find out the truth behind their food monopolization plan.
Oh, hold on.
Document 19. Discord 11 before.
Yeah.
Friends Discord. Button join call.
There we go.
Friends. Inbox open max close type directories user voice turn on shares. Shares free applications button. Screen button. Button cancel. Button screen 1. Button cancel button go live button. Friends Discord. Friends document. Button select share screen. Auto read button link button minimize. Button maximize. Button close. Dr. Auto 3. Dr. Auto 3.
So as I was saying, yeah. Basically, if you get that monster and Yamazaki Kotaku were exchanging emails, and yeah, I found the truth. And I knew what the problem was, which was Yokotanku. But I didn't know what Yokotanku was, at least not yet. And my objective was to stop that.
At the top of Flame Mountain, Timor faces off with a large fire robot called Death Robot.
Yes.
Struggling with his accurate tuning program and powerful explosives, he manages to destroy the full robot's core out of its body. After successfully passing the mountain, he sees a small house.
Yeah, that thing was very difficult to defeat in the first game. It's not an easy boss at all.
Entering there is no special reason. Timor needs a man living there, known as the analysis maniac.
Yup, that is the first ever time I think he gets called the analysis maniac. I think. Only in bk3 he gets called that. In bk2 he gets like analysis man, and in bk1 it's just a house person, or I forget what it is exactly. So yeah, we get to know the analysis maniac.
The analysis maniac is interested in analyzing things. He willingly accepts the analysis of the core Timor obtained from the robot.
And we'll get to know him even more in this game.
From the analysis, he finds out the location of Timor's final destination, which is called the Fortress of Opening. Heading to the fortress, Timor manages to find out why the whole thing happened, defeat the opening and stop his plan. His objective seems to have been completed,
However, the second journey is about to begin. Basically just laughing.
A few months so passed since Timor stopped the opening and started to live with them with his friend Yamazin.
3 months to be exact.
When they were gathering for breakfast, it happened.
It happened.
The massive group of boys rushed into his house and started attacking.
Or it happens, but I don't know.
Boom boys, the base objective is not food, but you. The boom boys declare their intent to murder Timor and attack him. He makes a mistake by asking for help from Yamazin. A few days later, he is called by Yamazin and opening. They ask Timor to stop the bully boys and give them some useful things. Timor started his second journey to find out the reason for the bully boys' attacks.
Yep.
However, before he left home, he was vaguely aware of the reason. He opened and stole food from them, but had already been returned. If they were satisfied with food, the reason must have been caused by their grudges against Timor, who killed several bully boys. At the house next door, he encounters a bully boy and defeats him, causing him to drop an unknown metal chip.
Yep, the mysterious chips from bk2.
After that, the city was suddenly filled with monsters and Timor rushed to destroy their origin. In the grassy area outside of Crystal City, there were thousands of monsters strolling around who all had the same metal chip. After reaching Darkfire City, Timor was captured by a false policeman. He managed to jailbreak and escape.
This track is a new track.
He heard that the origin of the monsters might be west of the city. He immediately headed west. There was a large factory. Millions of metal chips were produced there. Timor encounters the death robot originally created by Yamazin, and discovered his work in the factory surveillance robot.
What do you mean it's a new track?
I thought it was a new track in this game. Or is it used in bk2?
No, it's...
What's in bk? I can't remember.
It was used in BK2, yeah.
Ah. Well, it was used in bk1 also, I think. Could be wrong though. Yeah, it was. I think maybe a few times. So never mind.
After the investigation, Timor returned home to show Yamazin the door of the factory. When he opened the door, he found the cruel situation. The bully boys have broken into his house and are being violent to his friends. Laughing, they say. Bully boy 1, our target has finally come. Your friends are there. They will die soon, I guess. Bully boy 2, oh, you look sad. I never imagined that a guy who killed our friends like a machine had the heart to feel sad. Bully boy 3, who do you think has caused this situation? Bully boy 5, lots of our friends were killed by you 3 months ago. Like you did to us, you are going to kill the friends who are important to you, is that wrong? Bully boy 6, it's natural, isn't it? Bully boy 7, and finally you came. The person whom you wanted to kill the most has come by himself, not knowing anything. How funny. Timor is home. That was the reason. He killed too many of the boys' community members. But still, Timor has chosen to fight, to survive, to save his friends. On the battlefield, after everything was all said and done, Timor stood alone. The boys were not wrong at all. Their friends were killed by me. I never apologized. It's natural that they tried to avenge me. I will never be forgiven. That's the truth. Because I know that's the truth, I cannot allow my previous stupid action. Why did I fight at that time? It might have been avoidable. At that time, and even now. Did I have to fight? Did I have to kill them? I keep remembering the time I was fighting against the opening. The boys certainly were obstacles for me then. They attacked me a number of times. But did I have to kill them all? Come to think of it, I never saw bully boys until that time. I sometimes go to Archive City to shop, but I've never seen one of them. Did something happen to them, perhaps? The deeper I think of it, the deeper I regret. The person who caused lots of people to suffer is me. Why haven't I noticed such a simple fact until now? Why haven't I been able to notice? The voice interrupted his thinking. The voice was calm, but not violent. Calm down. You're still standing up there, that's not a good idea. Sit down anyway. My name is the Ultra Bully Boy. If you still draw your sword, that's okay. But I have some things that I want to tell you. I wanted to tell you something, so I didn't participate in that battle. I have been watching it.
And I'm a British boy. I'm also a boy-girl.
Ultra girl boy.
Yeah. God.
Watch BK2 Chaos if you want context. Watch that if you want context. Let's put it this way, some really strange translations. It was funny.
Timor-ensinck. Kill the person who disturbed your peace now. However, he didn't care about that word and continued. I told you to calm down. I told you that I wanted to talk with you. Who said that you must be killed? It's a bit of a long story, but please listen. After that, he explained the bully boys' current situation and its relevance to the metal ships. The Locating's food colonization plan was being carried out. The bully boys who originally lived in the mountains lost all their food. They could go to the nearest city, but no one gave food to them because they had no money. That changed the bully boys. They had to become cruel monsters who slashed any obstacles to survive. They were just like wild creatures then. People were afraid and wary of them and captured them. That was the reason they started to be called bully boys. However, their life changed again because Timor stopped the Locating's plan. They were able to return to the mountain, and some of the members who had been captured and forced to work in Locating's fortress were also released. However, they were split into two groups. The one who left Timor and rescued their fellow members from Locating's fortress and stopped his plan, and the other one who considered Timor as the fucking guy who killed our friends. That finally resulted in the outrage of the hard miners.
The fucking guy who killed our friends.
First, they directly aimed at Timor's house, so they were starting to be controlled by someone with the power to shoot the unknown metal chips inside their bodies. The Ultra Bully Boy kindly asked Timor to save them and promised that he would support Timor. And so Timor began another journey.
Yeah, but he couldn't fight with me because, then of course, he would be considered as a traitor. So, he supported me through several means, but not through fighting with me. Would have been interesting. Have like a party system or something. But, not happening.
To get a more precise analysis of the core obtained at the ship's factory, Timor edited the analysis maniac's house again. However, the battle was hard. Thousands of robots invaded millions of monsters being continuously generated. Everything blocked Timor's path and turned towns into battlefields. Saving towns, destroying the amateur lab with the news for producing robots, passing the mountain, fighting with the bully boys, making friends with them rather than killing them, and he finally handed the core over to the analysis maniac. Right after the analysis computer loaded the data in the core, it transformed into a large robot and started attacking Timor. He blasted the pieces and found the thing that he saw before.
Yes, that is the 16-4 boss in BK2. That's that robot that I defeated in Analysis Maniac's home. Which, oh god, that boss is also really annoying.
It was the same core used for the dead robots. The analysis maniac managed to pull the data from the core and found out that there was another robot factory somewhere. The location could be analyzed by retrieving another core. It was at the factory being developed in the area where Locating's fortress was originally located. Successfully obtaining the said core, Timor founded the largest factory and destroyed the facility. Meanwhile, Crystal City was under serious attack.
That was destroyed in stage 19.
An overwhelming amount of monsters had rushed there and tried to overwhelm the city. The Amazon, Locating, and only two bully boys who were capable of fighting against the monsters had been desperately resisting. Timor was to the center of the battlefield and saved the city.
Which, honestly, stage 19 is kind of a joke. You couldn't call
After the battle,
that...
the Amazon remembers that the original creator of the core was the Locating. He actually caused the tech from a madman. Timor served as the man with the bully boys controller. After the battle, the Amazon remembers that the original creator of the core was the Locating. He actually caused the tech from a madman. Timor served as the man with the bully boys controller.
You couldn't call that an attack. Now, stages 15 and 16, huge spoiler alert, yes, you can call that an attack for sure. But we'll get to that when we get to it.
Finally, he intruded into the building of the man who called himself Punisher. Saving the path through lots of traps and monsters, Timor managed to reach the final room of the building. Punisher exclaimed. I've had a dream. It is to get rid of unnecessary things from this world. In the world, there are a lot of stupid unnecessary fucking things. For example, useless people with no money, unnecessary buildings, stupid statues, silly monuments I can rave infinitely. Those fucking idiots who never help us. Poor people, yes, people who are given money because of their poorness. Money is used for them, then the city or town gets poor. Poor people are making poor governments. Don't you think that this is kind of a vicious circle? Yes, it's nothing but a vicious circle. If we get rid of such things, this world will be a much better place. Hey, there are more fucking things. Next, context. They lost, all they can do is lost everywhere around us, not only that, they sometimes fight us in us, just fucking shit.
I don't know why, like, some of these words couldn't have been translated to, like, annoying or something, because, like, it would have followed the same message, personally. But that's just my opinion. Like, there are more annoying things, like things like that. But, you know, that's not my call.
Why 30? When I'm feeling fresh air from open windows, they suddenly get in around me. Don't you think you want to kill them in a more complete way? It is not enough to switch them with my answer or a bunch of newspaper. This is my 10-year conclusion. Once I had a conclusion, I start thinking about how to achieve my objective. And I, an extremely smart guy, immediately found out the solution. Animals, insects, plants, other things, everything should be controlled by me. If I control everything, all works as I want. I can make my utopia by myself. Isn't it great? Awesome. I am the top person in the world. I have the strongest power in this world. No other person can stop me. I am the administrator of this world. The mysterious chip, a mad invention that enables me control over anything that fits. It can even make clones of whatever it is. Timor challenge Punisher will battle for its generator and Punisher's most advanced creation.
That generator is the mother computer, which we beat in 25-4, and
It opened weapons to the dead robot. However, everything was different from the previous models. The movie completed the masterpiece of the dead robot, Search and Destruction Robot, version 2.0++.
yes, that is the final boss in BK2, and it's really difficult.
In the final battle, Timor managed to destroy the robot. He saw through the man and lies and force the bullshit out of him. He was actually in control by the created. In the final battle, Timor managed to destroy the robot. He saw through the man and lies and force the bullshit out of him. He was actually in control by the created.
Yeah, he was.
Timor saved the world again and is now the mayor of Crystal City.
I did?
The city was redeveloped and now flourishes. Punisher found a new job and is now working every day for Timor and his friends. Everything was going well.
Was going well until this game.
No one knew that the peace would be threatened once more. This data has never been backed up. You can create a backup of this data if you wish. Create a backup now.
So, I'm gonna explain about the system. For people who have played BK2, you remember the manage data option in the data menu? Well, there's a new option in that menu in this game. Now, you can click on backup, and you can back your data up onto an online server or something. And you need to type in a username and password, and then it will basically ask you if you want to back it up. If you start a new data, and you can load your backups from the load game menu. It's the last item. And yeah, and you can also look at your backup data from there, and you can load them if need be. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. Do note that your passwords and name are not encrypted, so people can. Okay, they can't see them directly, but a file gets created called storage.dat. If you give that to someone, they have your password and username. So it's not the most secure thing in the world.
Oh, yes.
But I'm not going to back up this data, because I don't really need it.
Total play time 0 hours 23 minutes 51 seconds. Stage select. Move to the stage selection menu.
Alright. We are in the menu of the game, the save data menu, which I like to call it.
Status, display player status. Stage select. Move to the stage selection menu.
So this menu has got stage select, which is... What's that? Oh, I can't. What?
Status, stage select. Move to the stage selection menu.
Alright, so stage select.
Status, display player status.
The status, that's kind of obvious. It displays your stats. I'll get more into stats later.
Status, all status. HP 100% remaining.
So it's a much better time for it.
Stamina 100% remaining. Shield not equipped. Level 1, experience 0, 0 required for the next level. Assignable points 0. Attack 0. Defense 0. Tech 0. Stamina 100. Location 0, 0. Play mode, normal. Press enter or escape to close. Data Timor, total play time 0 hours. Status, display player status, items, list current items.
Items are the normal items. You can also bring the screen up by pressing I.
Items. Data Timor, tactical items, list current tactical items.
When you're in a stage, tactical items, you can bring this up by pressing X.
Tactical items.
We don't have any.
Tactical items, list collection items, list current collection items.
Flex items,
Collection items.
you can bring it up by pressing C, but we don't have any.
Tactical weapons, list current weapons.
Weapons,
You don't have any weapons.
we don't have any weapons, you can bring it up by pressing
Data Timor,
W.
tactical weapons, shields, list current shields. You don't have any number of shields. Data Timor, total play time 0
And the
hours. 75
shield
minutes 18 seconds.
screen, you can press it by bringing S. Bring up by pressing S, however, we won't have any of those for a while.
Tactical weapons, sheet, manage data, manage to save data.
Now, this way, the manage data screen comes in. You've got
Data management, online backup, focus the online backup menu.
the online backup thing.
Save slot 1. Press enter to change.
You can say it's a save slot,
Player name: Timor. Press enter to change.
and your player name.
Back.
And go back.
Data Timor. Add web sheet manage data manage preferences. Changes various settings.
You've got preferences in here,
Exit. Save the current data and quits the game.
and exit. So that's what you've got in there. So preferences are in the data, and you cannot go out of the data and go back to the main menu and load a new one. You have to exit in the screen. So just sort of a caution, I guess, if you load data, you won't be able to go back to the main menu. But you don't really need it anyway. Though I do wish there was a way to load different data if you ever needed it, but you won't really need it anyway. So it's not really, it's just a very, 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 very minor inconvenience. So yeah. Let's go and start the tutorial, and after that we're gonna end this part. Because it's already quite long as is.
Stage select. Move to the stage selection menu.
Let's go and start. Oh, one thing.
Stage select. Move to the stage selection menu.
You can also press the spacebar to look at what item you're at, and you can press comma
1 of 10.
or period, sorry, to look how many items there are in the menu. Which I don't know why it exists, but it does. Now, the collection item menus also has genres which you can jump to by pressing Ctrl-C, I believe, which I'm not really sure how that even works. But it's a thing. Anyway, let's go and start.
I think you can also press C to copy something.
Yes, you can press C to copy something, like this.
Copy tutorial.
I never use that, so thanks for reminding me of that.
And you're gonna have to talk about searching.
Yep,
Yay! Which I use quite a lot.
I might do that a bit later when we've got a bit more things. Because now, like, I guess I could try, but let's see. I'm out of here. If you press Ctrl F,
Search menu items. Search menu items. Edit blank.
and you can search for a menu item. So if I
Items. 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 List current items -0.
there we go. You can press enter to see what you've typed, and then you press tab to go to see if there are any results found.
You don't need to press enter, just press tab.
Okay. Yeah,
And then you can press F. You can press F3 and Shift F3 to go next and previous.
Oh, yeah, I never used that function because I'm willing to go for the menus. It's also just because back in the day my English spelling was atrocious. It still kind of is, but it's gone a lot better. So I couldn't spell anything pretty much. It was almost nothing. I could speak really well, but not spell very well at all. So that's why I never used this. That's why I never used it to begin with.
I do use it quite a lot. It's pretty useful. But if it says no results found, it's gonna change the window title.
Yep. It's also not case sensitive. It used to be case sensitive, but not anymore. Which is interesting. Also, if you're going to be playing bk3 Chaos, fair warning, this does not exist. So just telling you that. So let's go and start the
Status display. Stage select. Move to the stage selection menu. Select the stage. Tutorial. Opera Auto version 1.91.16. Welcome to Opera Auto 3.
Now, every single stage has a briefing, which is basically an intro.
Before we begin your adventure, let's familiarize ourselves with basic game operation.
Yep.
Except in this game, it only plays the intro once.
Yep.
Now you can replay it later.
Way
That's once
later.
you beat the game.
Way later, yeah. That's when you beat the game. Way later. Yes. This is one thing to note. If you close during an intro or recap, you will not be able to see it again. just a fair warning. Of course, there is text in level you're always be able to see. You can also skip text by holding A. Now, there's also skip sound pauses, like pauses, because there are lots of them in this game. So yeah.
There is nothing difficult here. Simply follow my instructions and you'll have no problem remembering the controls right away. The tutorial will now begin. Good luck. Select the level 01. Let's take a walk.
Alright. 01. Let's take a walk.
Welcome to the tutorial.
Yep.
In this stage, let's learn actions that will be required to play this game.
I am going to be adjusting the music volume quite frequently because I want to have the music at a level where it's not too loud but not too quiet, and lots of tracks have different volume inflations and stuff. Like the volume is different on a lot of them, so I'll need to like adjust. So yeah.
First, we will start with the basics of the game. Hold down your left and right arrow keys to move. When you are holding each of the keys, move them to the corresponding direction. When you are holding each of the keys, move them to the corresponding direction. Okay, let's try move right.
Yep. Now, move right. So, here is a very important thing to note. If I just press right on its own, I will turn in that direction. Then when I press right again, I'll start walking. If I press left, I'll face in that direction. I'll turn in that direction. And if I press left, I'll start walking. Now, turning is crucial. It is very crucial. It might not sound like it, especially now, because you know it's in the tutorial, but it will become very crucial very, very quickly. So
I believe you can also hold shift and the arrow key to turn.
no. Well,
No.
you just press the arrow
Okay.
key. No, you can't just turn.
I'm thinking of a different game, never mind.
Yeah, I think of a different game. Well, because you turn around and spot as it is, so it's not like me. That wouldn't make sense. You're thinking of Super Liam.
Yep.
Because that can do that. Anyways, let's go and walk to the right. A few steps.
By default, holding down arrow keys makes you run. Pressing arrow with your control key will make you walk slowly. If I without the 2, you are able to run using the control key. If you are used to the previous style, use the changes from the settings menu. Walking slowly will make your stamina recover faster. By the way, there's a wall in front of you.
Yep.
This game is a 2D side scroller, so you can jump over walls, but it is very tall. Also, you can walk on the wall tile. The matches that blocks are deep in the game field, and you can walk on them. You can press up arrow to jump. Jumping rises you 4 squares higher.
Yep.
Jump over the walls and go further.
And you jump. Pressing the up arrow. Now, I walk up to the wall. And here is something I'm going to introduce you to that, in my opinion, the game really should introduce you to. But these keys are only in the README, and the README is in Japanese. So technically, if we'd be playing with a dictionary, we wouldn't know that this exists. If we'd be new to this game, which, you know, it's still a possibility. So this is the camera. The camera you can use to look basically where ground is and where air is, and where basically you can fall through the ground and stuff, because this game is basically, it's also kind of platformer. Not really, but sort of. So I'm holding on the G key, and I'm gonna move left. Now, one thing that's important to note is that all this, okay, that's the platform I can jump on. Now, all of this is air. If I go one down, that's where my character is. It doesn't play a separate sound to let you know where my character is. So basically, I can look for this field, and that means that I can walk on that, and that means I can't walk on it. It's just air. I can go. I can see how wide the field is. So the field is, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that. So it's 30 by. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's, I believe, 30 by 20. Oh, sorry. So it's like, it's. I mean, like, it's 30 squares below us, and it's 20 squares above us. That's what I mean. That's what I can tell. Well, because we're currently at
30.
30. So It's actually 50 squares. And that's also another thing. By pressing Q, you can check geolocation. So yeah. I tried to explain that as well as I could. Just keep in mind that the camera always starts one tile above your character. And basically you can use this to your advantage, and you'll probably need to use it eventually. So you need to use it eventually, so get used to it while you can. So press the upper to jump, and hold the right arrow. To jump over this wall. There's another wall. Do the same. You have to press up and hold right after. You can also technically press up and right at the same time to keep holding right. That works too. Which is what I do. Now, that noise means a gap, that echo noise. When you are 8 steps away from a gap, echoing footsteps on all the terrain to let you know that there's a gap 8 steps in front of you or less. And if I look on my camera, if I go on down, and I go to the right, 1, 2, 3. So 3 steps away is the gap. Now if I look down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so if I were to fall for that, that would make me fall 8 squares below. And this is very important because this game has a concept of fall damage. So for example, if you're playing a level and a gap is like insanely like it makes you drop like 100 feet below, you might want to jump over it because yeah, if you don't, you'll end up taking damage and die. Pretty much. Anyways, let's continue to the right, and it's gonna explain the same thing that I just did, but I explained it with the camera too. Yep, so now I can go one to the right because the gap's one to the right of me. Yatto! That means that I fell down. Doesn't really mean anything, not even in Japanese, I don't think. Let's go to the right. Yep. There. So that's where the gap is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, so it's 8 steps away from me. I'm gonna fall for this one. I'm gonna fall for this one. Now, this is where I am going to introduce you to a new menu. If you press the D key, this is the object info menu. This menu will become a lifesaver. And I mean it. It will become a lifesaver. And you can basically see what objects on level. So if I go through this, now it plays sounds depending on if it's to the right, and it also plays sounds depending if it's below you or above you. It plays a third sound if it's below you, and deed if it's above you. So that's interesting. There's a cat at 91. There are nuts as basically items you can pick up by pressing the enter key. You're not supposed to be able to know that. Well, you're supposed to be able to know that's there, but you wouldn't know unless you would look further.
Sorry, I haven't been paying 100% attention, but did you explain jump height?
Yeah, you jump 4 squares up. The tutorial explains that by itself. You basically jump 4 squares, and as you basically press the up arrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The tutorial explains it. That you jump 4 squares up and not just 1. Unlike BK2, which BK2 will only jump 1 square. Alright. Look where the gap goes. Ooh, goes all the way below. Let's fall. You won't take damage here, so don't worry about that. But don't get used to that. Noise means that you basically are falling from a really high height. Let's go to the right. and you could hear the volume of the river increase. There is no behind pitch decrease when you're above something. Let's go to the right. Let me see the cat. No. Now a normal player would fall into that gap and go one more to the right to finish the level. However, I'm gonna turn left and start spamming enter to pick up these nuts. And now we have got collection items. Yeah, and eventually if you press enter
And
on
of course,
they have a description.
Of course, if he were to jump at this point, he'd just jump into the wall or get hit by the wall.
No, you can't jump here. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. Okay, so you get hit by the wall. The way platforming works in this game is that basically, if you're at 0 or trying to get up to a platform, a very important thing to know is that there is a wall like where the platform is. So basically what you want to do is you want to find a place where you can jump all 4 squares, face left or right, and then jump onto the platform. I need to do it right though, it's something to get used to. So don't expect to get used to it immediately.
Are you going to explain? Are you gonna explain the sonar? When are you gonna do
Yes,
that?
I will at some
the
point.
old
Yes,
version.
yes.
The old version.
Yes,
was
don't worry.
interesting with
I
that.
will. I will, yes. This is a walkthrough after all. But yes, that is true. Yep. Yes. It is.
Select level 01, let's take a walk. 02, let's play ball.
0-2. Let's play ball. Which I already did. Sort of.
The enter key is to open doors. Pick up items or use equipment in the game field.
Yep, you can basically pick up items with that, which I showed you, to open doors and pick up equipment. Plus weapons or armor, or shields rather.
First, try opening the door that is located to the
And to hit switches, yay!
Yep.
A lot of those in this game.
Oh yeah. And you're gonna learn to hate it. Right.
You can hear the sound of the door. Alternatively, you can check where objects are by pressing the D key. This brings up a list of all objects in the current game field. To check where you are, press the Q key.
I'd explained all the shortcuts, but I'll show how that works again.
You don't have any number of fields.
Oops.
Object info 4290. Total objects on current position 00. 4290.
Now, a very nice thing. I'm just gonna miss sound so I can show this. The right.
Object total 4290. Speed mode off.
That did. I can't exactly explain that noise, but that plays when an object is to the right of you, when it's at the same level as you.
Speed mode talk.
Oh, let me
Selected 29%.
fucking my computer. I'm sorry about that. That was an saving notification. Let's press enter to go for this door and check my location.
29-0.
29-0. Press 3-2-X, then you Y.
And no, if you jump up, it still won't let you go through the door. You have to be on that height.
Yep, you have to be at the door. You have to be. Well, it's kind of logic, but you know, that's. You have to be on the height.
Well, because doors are tall, you would think that they would span a few tiles upward, but they
Right,
don't.
yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah.
Ooh, get ready for some cool music.
Oh, yeah.
Not in the shopping mall.
Yep,
Let's play with balls here.
I love this music.
Don't worry about the other visitors. This is a game.
Don't worry about the other visitors, it's the game.
We use the elevator before starting. Approach and press enter to activate it.
Yep, so I'm gonna check what it is.
Total objects on current position 00. Elevator at 50-0.
So I go to the right, I'm automatically turn to the right. Let's activate it.
Except it's not exactly an elevator.
No.
It's got a different sound.
Also, you can walk past it. Like that.
Yep.
Let's enter it. Press enter. Panning is very well done in this game. It's very good. HSP does it really well with panning. In general, panning is good.
Welcome to the second floor. Roll all from the right side. Please return to the back by pressing enter.
Yep, so basically, what you want to do is just mash enter.
Follow the return to the direction you are facing.
Yep. Get a ball.
Object info elevator 50 0. Follow 50 30. Total objects to current position 50 30.
So return.
Can you go down the elevator right now?
No, you can't.
51
I
30.
didn't think so.
Right, it's gonna go back to me. Gotta press enter. Okay, return it. There you go.
Great. Okay, roll 10 balls.
Yep. Listen now. I'm a mass enter here. There's lots of give me what at once. Then you go way to the right and let's be done quicker. But doesn't really matter.
Awesome. Keep it up.
Yep.
I'll give some of the balls to you. Select the stage, tutorial. Select the level 01, let's take a walk. 003, let's be acrobatic.
03, let's be acrobatic.
Well, let's learn jumping and attacking.
Yep.
You can dodge enemy attacks while jumping. Try avoiding skateboards coming from your right. Select the list red ball 2 obtained in the tutorial.
So red ball.
2 ball 4 obtained in the tutorial.
I've got some of these. Don't know why it doesn't explain the jump you press up okay. I mean, it's kind of logic for other games, but you know, it's still.
100 0.
I mean, I think that should be explained. I'm gonna go a bit to the right.
Object is total objects. Skateboard is 119 0.
Yeah, I can do the skateboard. Now, if you jump to the right, you will jump a maximum of 4 or 3 squares. 1, 2. I think it's like 3. Or normally walking. And that's the sound it makes when you do it right.
102 0.
I'm just gonna jump over these normal though. I'm gonna wait until they're almost center and then just jump. Okay, they're coming from the right. Come on. Yeah, and jump over it.
102 0.
Easy enough. Now, bk3 is focused a lot more on puzzles than 2.
Great.
So yeah.
There is another way to avoid attacks.
Yep.
This is a 2D side scroller, which means that you can avoid every attack by getting out of its range.
2D side scroller.
Create a tile above you at the location 105,2. Jump onto it and avoid the skateboards.
Yep.
You can avoid them all by jumping, but you don't need to jump if you are on the tile that was created.
So let's get to show this wall mechanic off.
104 0.
So if I go to 105, hold on. If I jump, see, the ball blocks me now. I'll just buckle wall.
103 0.
I'm taking 1 damage. I'm gonna hold up and right. You're gonna block.
105
There. I couldn't explain that easier than that. Sorry. Basically, you hold up when you're before the platform, and you basically just jump on it. That's kind of how you do it.
107
I could also look with the camera.
107 140 104 0. 1 good.
So I can see that it's there.
Good. Okay, proceed to the next room.
Then wait for the skateboard to go by.
113 0. 93 100.
Now they're gone. H checks your health, and Y
100 100.
checks your stamina. Which I took like 7 damage. Now also another thing, if you press the E key,
Combat log. Press enter or escape the pose.
and you can look at what happened in combat or any stage.
Skateboard will do 1 damage. Skateboard took you 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 1 damage. Current experience 0. One required to the next level. Skateboard. Skateboard took center or escape to close.
That's basically that screen.
161,
I think that's the combat log function of outputting to output the combat log option menu does outputs all of that to files
184,
after a stage completed.
190, 0.
Press enter to enter the store.
Destroy toy cars with a club.
Yep.
Choose a weapon by pressing the W key. To use a weapon, press space bar.
Press W.
Weapon list, club 1, male plastic, looks almost useless.
Yep. So let's click enter on it to choose it. Now, one thing that's important in this game and that has changed from BK2. In BK2, you would have to go into the menu, so the pause menu, which I haven't even explained yet. You need to press tab to get into that. And you could basically there's an option called handheld weapons, and you could set weapons from there. However, now in this game, you can just press 1 or 2. You have to press the set to left and right hands. However, in this game, you can press
Set to carry weapon
1
Set to carry weapon 2.
or 2, depending on if you want to set your weapon.
Set to carry weapon 1.
Which is interesting. I'm gonna show that menu real quick. Let's get off of pressing escape. Let's select command actually. Let's tab.
Submenu status.
Here's the menu. What's that? Items.
Tactical items.
Tactical items.
Selection items.
Next items.
Weapon list. Carry weapons.
So much the same. Carried weapons is that handheld weapons thing that I was talking about.
Locate objects.
Locate objects, that's the object locator.
Equipment check armor. View combat log. Equipment check armor.
Check armor.
View combat log.
Your combat log.
Exit stage.
Exit stage. This is the only option you need to use this menu for, really, or
Preferences.
the preference menu.
Close menu.
That's all you need to use it for. All the other things came with no shortcuts, so they're kind of just there in the menu.
2, 0.
Alright, this might turn into guys. Good. Toy cards take... Oh god. Toy cards take 3 hits. Drag it to left, and hit it once more.
9, 0.
Plus you can turn, right, to left, and hit once more. That's basically how the system works.
Well done. I would like to add one thing though. In this game, unlike other side-scrollers, you and other objects are not the same. Enemy attacks and other enemies or objects, and your attacks can also hit most of the objects.
Yep, which is really cool. BK2 also did this, but it didn't get explained in the in BK2. It never got explained. But BK2 does have that as well.
However, important key items may not be attackable.
Yep, but you can attack things such as items, such as cleaning items, and weapons even. It is possible. You can destroy those, but some items are not attackable.
These are the basics, but I make exceptions. To understand what I'm saying this later on. Well, please listen to the situation.
Yep, so,
Object info, toy car 18 0 HP 206, skateboard 14 0 HP 100% level 0.
a skateboard.
Toy car 70 HP 333% level 0. Total objects for toy car 18 0 HP 266% level 0.
3 toy cars. Now, another feature of this game is that you can see how much HP in terms of percentage enemies have remaining. Now, I don't know why this is showing up as 333 by default with the cars, because everything else just shows as 100%. It's kind of weird. So, yeah, it's just 333 for some reason. So let's have the skateboard destroy these 2 cars, and watch it do that. As you can see, the cars. You have to listen to this, you can't skip it. Okay.
As I explained, enemies can hit other enemies and destroy them.
Yep.
In this game, you gain experience when you defeat an enemy and level up. Like this.
Now, there are quite a few different level up noises. There's one with a bunch of reverb, there's one with echo, there's just a normal one. There are quite a few different ones.
When levels up, your HP slightly increases.
Your HP increases by 10 every level up.
You will also get some level up points.
Yep,
The amount of level up points you get is based on your current level.
it is, and I'll explain how that works in a bit.
Level up points can be assigned to your stats and you can enhance your strength that way. Stats up. Press L on any stage to open the screen. Use the up and down arrows to select what stat you want to enhance. To assign a point, press right arrow. The left arrow will decrease the number of assigned points. Once you have confirmed how many points to assign to each stat, choose confirm at the bottom of the menu. Once you press confirm, it is possible to undo the changes or modify them. Please bear this in mind and consider if stat changes are necessary.
Yep. Now, one thing that is important. in the combat log. In the combat log, if you press just home, you can really quickly see how much experience you have and how much experience you need for the next level. So that's very handy. Or you can look at how much experience an enemy gave, and you can look at how much in for the next level that way too. So let's go and explain the stats here.
Defense attack, current value equals 0.
You can press Alt to get into the screen. So attack, basically, that's what it does. It increases your attack. Now, the way weapons work in this game is basically they have a, except for the club, the club will always do 1 damage to toy cards and it will hit nothing else, has an attack stat. So, for example, a sword has a base damage of 30, for example. And it will, after that base damage, it will say, oh, I don't know, multiplier 1.5. So that means that my attack power is multiplied by 1.5 times. So it's attack 30 equals multiplied by 1.5. So basically your attack value. So you have 30 base damage, and then that 1.5 times your attack. No, sorry. Basically you time your attack 1.5 times, and that will get added on to that 30 base damage. So that's how that stat works.
Defense, current value equals 0.
Defense. Defense basically reduces how much damage you take from enemies. It decreases it by 3 points every point you assign to it, so it's actually quite useful.
Tech, current value equals 0.
Tech. This is personally one of the really annoying stats in this game. I don't really like it. Basically, you need a certain amount of technique to be able to use higher leveled weapons. The problem with this is, however, is that some weapons require really high tech, and you could not be focusing on it, leaving you with pretty much no choice but to grind, and it's kind of annoying. Until you beat the game, that is.
Stamina, current value equals 30.
The stamina, this value is already at 30. Sometimes it's at 30, which I don't know if that's not really correct. Well, I guess it is, but you know. It's at 100 at the moment. Each increase of stamina increases it by 3 points. So, 1 point of stamina equals 3 more stamina. I don't really upgrade this that much, to be honest. The same goes for HP.
HP, current value equals 20.
HP is currently at 20, which is correct. That one is HP, each point equals 5 HP. So basically, when you level up, you get 2 points in HP automatically. And we currently, our default level 0, we've got 10 points. But if I press the right arrow,
You can increase the allocation for attack, current value equals 0 with the keystroke.
it tells me if I can increase it. And with the left arrow,
You can increase the allocation for attack.
it's percent, sorry.
You can increase the allocation for attack, current value equals 0 with the keystroke, but you cannot reallocate the previously confirmed points.
If we can reallocate them. Now, control right and left allocates 1%, shift left and right allocates 10% of your points, and if you press enter on a stat, you can type in. You can
enter, and then you can
how many points you want.
validate. You can validate text fields with shift enter in this game.
Yep.
Or tab, right? I think it's just shift enter actually.
Yeah, just press enter. Or tab.
And you can also press space to see how many allocation points you have remaining.
Yeah.
I believe.
If I press space,
Level up points, 0 points remaining.
I have any points right now. I was gonna explain that, but I kind of forgot. So I was gonna explain it at the end anyway. So basically the way this works is that we're currently going to have 10 level up points at our first level up. Every 20 levels, this increases by 1 point. And this will continue until, I believe, if our calculations are correct, level 10,000, which it maxes out at 500. This used to not be a thing. I don't know why he enforced this limitation, because the kiosk version doesn't have it. And I feel like it's much better that way, but that's just me. Maybe. I'm just saying some difference in the Chaos version, because, like, not really the major ones at all. Just very minor.
Defense, current text, scan HP, current value, colon, when confirmed.
And of course, at the bottom, there's a confirm button. So yeah. I'll show the text box.
Operado without version 1.9.1.16, number allocatable points, edit blank.
Yeah, so I can press 0.
Blank. Blank. None lock on. Operado without version 1.9.1.16.
Yeah, it doesn't really work.
Defense, current value, attack, current.
You can also press enter on its own,
Use an increasing allocation for attack. Defense, text, current value, scan HP, confirmed.
I believe. It depends on its own, yeah. So let's confirm and continue.
Okay, now destroy a boss toy car.
That was a bit long, but I did want to explain that in detail for people who want to know more about this. You know? Let's fall, because we're on height 1, we're high for some reason. Now,
Destroy toy car 13-0.
the boss toy car makes different sound when you hit it. It's also got different sound in general.
74-0.
Come on. Alright, just follow it, and it's very easy to destroy.
19. 9-0.
There. We did it.
Great.
Yep.
You can proceed to the tutorial remix. Good luck. Select the stage, tutorial.
That I can.
Oh, yeah, something you should know. If you die during a stage, any levels you've gained, they're lost.
Will be lost.
Whether you allocate points or not, they are gone.
Yep, and your picked up items in that state will also be gone. Your used items will come back, which is very nice. God, imagine if they didn't.
I mean, that's some of the case in BK2, like with the ammo.
Oh yeah. Even with ammo it might not, because that's collection item, but definitely with items it does come back. Same much with BK2.
0-0-0-4, tutorial remix.
Alright. Tutorial remix.
So yeah, don't grind for 20 minutes and then accidentally die.
Yeah.
By
no.
like, I don't know, falling off a cliff.
Not that there are any good levels where you could do that anyway.
Well, except for 3-3, you know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. Yes. Definitely.
Okay, let's go. Tutorial remix.
Yep.
Oh, tutorial start. I'll give you this.
Yes. This is a change in one of the recent versions of the game. Because normally it would just start.
This is the compact zone. Use the sound to indicate all the surfaces that are above you. Press the O key to turn it on or off.
Yep.
If the zone detects a wall, it makes a sound like this.
Yep.
And when it detects a surface above you, you'll hear a sound, but it does not necessarily mean that you would jump up to there. And using the sonar, you'll find exploring stages with complex terrain much easier.
Yeah, now, the sonar is kind of distracting. Like, I never used it. Maybe a little bit, but like, I never used it when I was playing this game. At least not most of the time.
It's mostly useful in stages like 11, where you kind of need to know like when there's something approaching above you, but yeah, I typically don't use it. And also, none of these stages are randomized in terms of the map. They're always the same.
Always the same.
So,
yeah.
so once you've memorized the layout, you really
Kinda
don't need
can
the
just
sonar.
use it, yeah. People make especially a huge big deal out of Stage 7, and Stage 7 is really not that annoying. Because I'll explain how much the layouts work anyway, so I'm probably not going to be using it, but back in the day, you would need to acquire that at the Stage 4 shop. So for people who want to use it, they will be locked out
I
of
thought
access.
it was Stage 5.
Nope, it was Stage 4. And
Oh.
in the Chaos version, in the dialogue, it said that I'm going to give you this in the original version soon, but it never got added. So yeah, because in the Chaos version, it always gave you it. In the Toy Remix, so that's a port from the Chaos version. Which is interesting. Anyways, let's go to the right. And there's a door. So I'm gonna turn on to show you right now. By pressing off. There's a little bit of time lag. For some reason.
27-0.
Alright. So go through the door. Press enter. There is no door wall sound, unlike BK2. I forgot to mention that. That is not a thing in this game. We'll just stop walking. Which I think is much convenient. Now let's notice that Walton keeps playing now. Because it gets fed into a new room. Now we've got a toy car. With loads of platforms room. So when you jump, you can fall down. Let's play the wall sound and platform at the same time because there's a platform and a wall. So I'm gonna jump and fall down. Let's jump. Jump even higher. And end of that room. End of this. We're gonna fall down. Now you can destroy this toy car. That takes 5 hits. This one's a bit annoying to figure out, I will say. Oh, come on. Let's press sound. That noise means that an area unlocked in the tutorial remix, and I believe maybe other levels use it, but I'm not exactly sure. I don't think so. I'm gonna turn it off because it's getting on my nerves. I'm gonna jump over the walls and let's see. Nope, gotta jump one more. Now I can open the door. Now, for this, we just have to walk. We basically get to the 199 and walk through the level. My people, for some reason, some people might think that we need to just jump over skateboards until it ends, but no. This way, when it's stuck on the right arrow while pressing up, I keep holding it down while running, as you can tell. Because you can hear my distance increase when you jump. Oops. Now, a very important note, you do not walk faster when you jump. There is no such thing as spam jumping. If you do this, that will not get you anywhere. Now, due to the way Thomas' optical condition works, if I just jump at the right time, oh, okay, it's not working more. You can also have it not detect the object and have it go through you and just not count. If I get closer to the door, you can hear him just fade in like that. Alright, in this room, you have to destroy 10 toy cars, and then a door unlocks. Most annoying part of this tutorial in my opinion. But you have to do it, so let's get to it. Oh my god. Close in the right. Yeah. With toy cars, it's really hard to tell, especially when there are a bunch of them at once. It's a bit difficult to tell if they're on the right or left. And the door just appears. That happens a lot. So go through it. And we have the last puzzle. So, we have a switch at 30-30, which we're at 25-30 right now. A toy car, a golden throwing knife, which we can't get yet. You can get it later.
Clean river 760.
A clean river,
Ducks 850.
a ducks,
Clean water 950.
and clean water. The golden throwing knife is a collect item, by the way, which you can throw at enemies to inflict damage. The tactical items I haven't explained yet, basically the items you can throw items that give an advantage, such as like increasing your defense, or for like 40 seconds, or increasing your speed even, which I use those a lot. So yeah, you're gonna see lots of uses in this walkthrough of those. Alright? The puzzle for this is that you have to flip the switch to make the skateboard to make a skateboard appear to this
if you use the camera, does it show the extra sound? You know which one I'm talking about.
No it doesn't. No it doesn't.
Oh, we'll have to find a stage that does that. I think 3-3 is the first one that does it.
9 I think will be the most important one sort of, because then you get the item that actually like uses it, and that's when you get introduced to it. So
Well, I know that 3-3 has it because of the vending machine.
yeah, but it's not really. It's gonna be confusing when I introduce them to that. So, and the game introduces you to that when it needs. So I don't think it's necessary. Let's click the switch. Don't worry, I'll get into that. What I was talking about. When we actually get there. Door unlocked. But now we gotta just jump up, and then we're gonna fall into the river. Just like last time. Now, one fun thing. There was a bug. And ducks. And mostly unspec. I can also hit the duck. Bye! And it's gone. Bye, duck. So yeah, you can kill certain random objects in this game. Very odd, but it's a thing. Let's go to the right, though. And finish the story links.
Good job. Actually, I haven't explained everything, but you will eventually figure things out. By the way, how was the last area? Was it too easy for you?
It was, for me. But for you, it might not be. Who knows?
The tutorial has ended. The item warehouse has been unlocked. You can now start your journey. Select the stage, tutorial.
Yup, we can now go to the first stage.
Stage 1, School of Insanity.
Which is called School of Insanity, but I'm not gonna do that.
Tutorial.
We're gonna go to the tutorial.
Select the level 01, let's take a walk.
Go into this.
003, let's yak 04, tutorial remix.
After 04,
Item warehouse.
there's a new thing. Item warehouse. Now, you will not always get a new thing for every stage. In certain places of the game, you will not get anything for like 2 or 3 stages. So, just be aware of that.
0 item warehouse.
Which usually it's a shop. Let's go into Item Warehouse.
Here in the store inventory with no limit.
Yep.
Warehouse, store items.
We can sort them,
Take items.
take them out,
Close.
or close them. So
Take
basically you can store things. I'm gonna store some of these items.
Select the inventory type you would like to store items.
I'm gonna go into collect items
Select items. Select what you want to control. Red ball 2 combo obtained in the tutorial.
and store these. I don't need them.
How many would you like to store? 1, 2. Select what you want to control. Blue ball 4 combo obtained in the tutorial. 2, 3, 4. Select what you want to control. Green ball 5 combo obtained in the tutorial. 2, 3, 4, 5. Select what you want to control. Let's 30 combo some sort of nut. Compact sum 1 combo makes a sound when there's a wall in front of your climbable surface above you.
Yep. I'm not gonna store that.
Oh. Compact 30 combo sums. Compact sum 1 combo makes a sound when there's a wall in front of your climbable surface above you.
Actually, I really don't need it. And there are different sounds depending on if you store, like, what you store. I'm gonna keep the nuts because I'll need them much later, so I'll keep those for now. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna keep. Now, if this goes for any place where there's a menu, if you can buy or sell or no selling in this game really, I don't think, and or store or take out more than 1,000 items at once, the game will come up with an edit box, which allows you to type in how much you want and press enter to validate it. This solves the issue of freezing, because in BK2, this did not exist and the entire game would freeze if the amount of items in the menu was too large. So we basically resolved it by having an edit box, which I think is also much easier, just in general. You can also sort all of your items at once. You can sort items, collection items, weapons, and shields and tactical items. Here.
Oh, hi.
Let's get out of here.
Select the type you would like to store items. Collection items, tactical items, weapons, shields. Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Store items. Take items. Oh.
Are you gonna store the club? You don't
Take items,
really
items.
need it.
Not yeah.
Select tactical items, weapons. Select what you want to control. Plug non-common plastic, looks almost useless. How many would you like to store? None.
I might get it back later though.
You don't have any weapons. Select the inventory type you would like to store items.
Nope, I don't have any weapons.
Select type weapon, shields. Oh, hi.
I'm gonna go back.
Warehouse, store items. Take items. Close.
And we're gonna close.
See you again.
Yep.
Select the stage, tutorial.
So that's that. And yeah, that was the recap and the tutorial. So, in the next part, we are going to be starting the Stage 1, the School of Insanity. But, until then, I will see you guys later.
Timor-ensinck, virtual recorder column, virtual button. Pause, stop, button, no test.